Country Crafts Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? So good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is episode 3 in my 2018 Happy Fall Y'all Decor series. I'm so excited that I am actually moving on along with my decor. Today is only going to be a couple of little centerpieces, one a little lantern centerpiece, and one a brand new centerpiece that I'm going to make for the top of my credenza. And I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. I've been thinking about this thing. I was talking to Kim on the phone this morning over there at Sweet Daisy Creations. I said, these things keep me up at night. I can't take it. I get thinking about them, and oh my goodness. But anyway, we'll get to that. But first of all, we're going to start on a little lantern centerpiece for the hearth. Anyway, let's turn this camera around or phone around, and we're going to get started making these couple of centerpieces. I'm excited. Be right back in just a second when I get my phone turned around and situated. Okie dokie, I'm back and I'm ready to get started on this little accent centerpiece here. As you can see, I packed everything up in Ziploc bags from last year. You can see Hearth 2017 on there. And then on this one it says Hearth Lantern. So I am thinking that I used whatever is in these bags for this lantern centerpiece. We'll see. So like I said, this is just an accent centerpiece. First thing I need, and I'm going to use, is this is a tray that's one size lower than my big trays. These came, not in a set, but they came kind of piled in one another at Hobby Lobby. And so I have one this size under this lantern, and then the one in my dining room on my sideboard, that is also this size. They do not sell these anymore that I have found at Hobby Lobby, so I am sorry. But this will give you an idea of something that you could use your own tray. So there's my lantern, or my tray. It is a heavy little dude, a mirrored tray, sorry about the lights. And it is a little bit of a wrought iron look, which I like. And then I'm going to be using this lantern. I got this offline a few years ago. I don't even think I can give you a link for this one either. I think if you do a Google search, I'll search, and if I can find it, I'll put it in the description, but I haven't been able to find it lately. But I think when I Google searched this, I searched for schoolhouse lantern, and I just thought of that, so I will try to search that, or you guys can, So, but this is the lantern I'm going to use, and it is not a huge lantern. As I said, this is just an accent. It's about 14 inches tall by 5.5 inches on each side. So I'm going to use a very old candle, but this is a candle, I don't have any short ones, so I tried to find a candle in my stash that you can see the flame through it, kind of shining through it. So I'm going to put that in there. There we go. I'm not going to do anything to the inside of this lantern, and I'm very simply going to just plop it right down there on this tray and make sure that I have it centered. I mean, on the tray. So there we go. So I know for a fact that I'm going to want these stars in the back, because I always do in the back 2 corners. Let me see what other surprises await in here. And that looks like a funky bow swag there, or funky bow topper at least. This looks like what might go around it. Oh my goodness. Smells good too. I put some potpourri in there from last year. It still smells good. I'm not sure why I had these, but maybe I'll figure it out when I get finished. So, first thing is, this is a leaf garland that I've cut down. that I had cut down. So I know for a fact that it will go around it. Oops, right like that. I have two pumpkins. I'm gonna guess I had those on either side, just because I know how I decorate and what I like. And then I have these big flouncy berries. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I just had them. You know what? I'm not crazy about these this year. No, what I was thinking with last year. I'm not crazy about those. Let me see what's in here. Oh, I like that a little better. These are just, you know, 2 little picks. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta play with things, you know? To get it to look like what you want it to look like. There we go. That's cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put these potpourri things back in here though. Boy, that smells good. Put these in the back, each back corner. You know, you just need to play with things too, you know? What I did last year is not necessarily what I want to do this year, obviously. I think that looks just very pretty, just like that. Okay, let me do a little bit of fluff in here. I like that, just like that. And this was a funky bow topper. You remember, right? This is the ribbon that the bows on the mantle are made out of. Okay, let me get this tied on. I saved the ribbon. See how I untied that last year? I'm just going to tie it right back on this year. Okay, I must have had it in a knot too. Just a square knot. Left over right. See that? I just took the left strip over the right and tied it, and then the right over the left. And that makes a nice square knot, just like that. And there we go. Cute. There we go. I think that'll be just fine. Just like that. Cute as a button. All right, there's centerpiece number 1. Okie dokie. Cute, huh? I like it. I need to lift up my camera for this next one a little bit, I think. Now, for this next one, I'm going to be using these beautiful fabric pumpkins that Helen made for me. I will give you a link in the description to her Instagram channel. If you would like any of these, please feel free to order them up. Touch base with her on Instagram, and oh my goodness, she does a beautiful job. So she sent me these in my P.O. box several weeks ago, and I'm going to utilize them in a tray arrangement here. Now, let me explain. I've had this tray forever. I bought this tray a couple years ago or so at Hobby Lobby for half price. It's been sitting in my garage forever. I don't think I've ever used it for anything. So I was in Walmart this morning walking around, and I did buy those couple of yellow goldish pumpkins and this one. I'm not even sure I will use those. You all remember this little birdie that I got from Hobby Lobby a while back. I'm going to use him. And these 3 pumpkins and these couple of candle holders that I've had, and these candles are really old too. So I've had the candles, I've had the candle holders, I've had this tray, I've had this placemat. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a second. And we're going to see what we come up with. I've got this at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. I'm going to use this, I think. And we're going to see. Got this from Walmart last weekend. Walmart, right? I think. Or was this Joanne? I think this might have been Joanne, sorry. So I do have a few things to utilize here. These I got from Walmart, definitely. I'm going to use those, and I got this, picked this up from Walmart this morning, but I want to use this instead. So this is all the parts and pieces. I also bought a couple of taper candles in gold or yellow, but I decided I wanted to use these instead once I got home and started looking through my stash of stuff. You know, sometimes you have to shop in your own house. You find better things in your own house than you do at the store. So I don't do a lot of trays, so this might be one of the first ones I've really done, other than a lantern centerpiece, of course. All of those are in trays. But I wanted something different, and I wanted something to be able to utilize these pumpkins and have them be, you know, the star of the show, so to speak. So I am going to go ahead and put this placemat down in this tray, just so my candlesticks don't slide around on the wood. You know, I want them to be, you know, a little sturdier. And I want one to sit up. I'm going to make this arrangement kind of from, like I do my cozy corners. And for some reason, you guys, my eye likes it when I create something like this. Now a lantern, you're going to have something in the middle, and of course you build around the lantern. If I had that lantern in this tray, and if I wanted to, you could put the lantern in the corner and build out from the lantern. And that would be beautiful. But this time I wanted to utilize these candles, and I have enough lanterns. Goodness knows, there's going to be this one on the hearth, and then there's going to be one to the right of this. This is for the top of my credenza, as I said. So there's going to be a lantern to the right. I'm also not making a bow to go on with this. I want this to speak for itself, and then each pumpkin, of course, has bows on the top. So I'm not making any bow for this. So anyway, I want one candle to sit up higher than the other. So I have this, and this is, I don't even know, Chris gave me this. He said, here, will that fit in there? Because I said, I want something that can set this candle up a little higher, you know, so this will set up higher. Remembering too that my TV, you know, goes up the wall right behind this. Well, I tried to set this in here, and it's all wobbly, and I knew that thing was going to fall. Look at that. I knew it was going to fall. So Chris said, here, try this. I don't even know what it is, you guys. It's just like, I think maybe some tape or something came in it, but he says, here, stick that in there. So I stuck it in there, and would you know, look at the bottom of this thing. Oh, well, this was $14.99 when I bought it, a long time ago. But look at the bottom of that. Look how it kind of necks in a little bit. Well, that just snugs right down around that little, does he have a good eye or what? And it holds this candle in there really sturdy. Look at that. I was like, yeah, that'll work, honey. Thank you. He's amazing. What can I say? Okay, so I'm going to start with that one in that back corner. And then I don't want this one up on anything, but I do want it kind of in front of it. Again, I'm going to be building kind of from the back to the front. I do want to fluff up this bow a little bit. Got kind of smooshed. Do a little fluff in here. I just love these. And I really wanted to highlight them in my decor. I so appreciate it when you guys take the time to make me stuff and send me stuff. Y'all don't need to do it, absolutely not. But when you do, I try to always use it and always incorporate it into my decor. So these inspired me so much to make this pretty, well, hopefully it'll be pretty. I don't know, arrangement. Okay, whoa, I also have this little bird. I do want to use him. Let's see, and I want these. Well, I need some fluffing with that too, don't I? I carried everything over here and I smushed the bows. This is what I woke up thinking about this morning, you guys. What am I going to do? How am I going to make this work? I want to use those pumpkins in that little tray, in a tray, but I don't know whether I have a tray. And oh, I want to, you know. Oh my goodness. I don't know what else I'm doing on my credenza around this. I thought about those cream colored stacked pumpkins I got from Joann's. I'm not sure I'm going to like those. They might end up on my ivy table, to be honest. So, or in my credenza, but I think they're too tall. But they might be cute in my, not my credenza, in my hutch over here. Anyway, let's see. Where do I want this little dude? Maybe I'll put the two. No, I like him back there. Kind of do that. If I could set him up a little higher. Let me go and see if I can get a picture holder. Oh, hang on to mercy, you guys. It is so hot outside. I just went out in my garage to get a couple more. Oh, it is so hot. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see this little sign first. Okay. Oh, I like it just sitting up there. Just like that. Now, let's fill in. I don't even think I want to use any of these pumpkins. I think I just want to use these picks first. And I've got some of these. Just gonna cut this right apart. Alrighty. Now I'm just gonna start sticking some leaves in here and there and see what I come up with. Not gonna be able to see behind it, but you may be able to kind of look here. Not liking that. I need something for there. I need a little bit more of a little bit more leaves there. I think it's cute though. I'm liking it. Let me go find something for there. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Orange. I had gotten 2 of these. There we go. Again, y'all can't talk to me, but I think I really like that. How cute, huh? Love it. Don't think we need any of this. I'll find someplace else to put that stuff for sure. Alrighty, that'll do it. I'll be back for some final words, you guys. Hey y'all, I'm back. Well, I tweaked it a little bit. I don't know whether you can see, but all I did is I put one of my little ramekins, hang on. I wasn't happy with how low this little pumpkin was sitting, so I took like one of my little Pioneer Woman ramekins and I turned it upside down and I snugged it down in there and set that little pumpkin up on it. And then I went to my flower stash and I found all 3 of the sunflowers that I have. That's all I have. Isn't that pitiful? Only had 3 sunflowers, at least that I could dig out and find. And I just added those 3 in. And because the pumpkins have sunflowers on them, and so does the little picture, and I really wanted some sunflowers. So I'm gonna try to lift this up and show you real quick what I did. And then I'll go into my final words. But there we go. See that? Oops, I can't bring it too close. Isn't that cute? So I'm super happy with how this worked out, really and truly, you guys. Something brand new for me, and I've been messing with it and tweaking it, so, but I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end. Woohoo! Yay! So this will be the centerpiece right in, below my TV, and it's gonna make a statement out there. Now I just have to figure out what to put on either side of it. So, which you guys will see either in my home tour or later in another video, I'm not sure. But then this one, of course, it worked out cute for the fireplace. So y'all know which corner this will go in. Right there in front of that ladder that I worked on in my last video. So really, really happy with how these little projects turned out. I'm moving and shaking over here with my fall decor, you guys. So let me just say that I hope that there's no one out there struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness. And if you are, I hope that there's somebody there with you to help you get through each day, making each day the very best it can be. I hope that there's nothing weighing on your mind or on your heart, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or where it should be. Keep y'all in my thoughts and prayers every single day, and I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. So I'll just say until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.